Hello everyone, and welcome to part 3, the final part of the Steve Basics Guide, where we'll be going over Steve's Punishers, basic juggles, and some additional resources you can check out, including players you can watch. No word yet on exactly when the big Season 4 patch will hit, so we're definitely in time for that, but again, be on the lookout for update videos that address Season 4 changes once we know what those are. Also, don't forget that there's a written version of this guide that you can save if you ever need to reference it. I do keep the written guides updated anytime I come across new information. Alright, let's go over some punishers and juggles. So I know a lot of Steve players struggle with this counter hit down forward 2 combo, at least at first, so I thought I'd give some tips because even though it's hard, it's one of those rare instances where it's really important to master if you want to play Steve well, so it actually does belong in a Steve Basics guide. The combo itself is only a little bit more damage than just doing sway 1, but you're going to get better Oki with the full combo, and you're giving yourself the opportunity for more damage with wall carry if you end it with down forward 1+2 instead of the peekaboo ender. That being said, the beginning of the combo is actually the toughest part, and there are 2 hurdles you have to get over. The first is the duck cancel. What you have to do is go into duck from down forward 2 like you normally would, then you have to cancel that duck and immediately do another one. Unless there's a wall involved, it's the only way to get in range for the duck 1+2-1. This was actually the hardest part of the juggle for me to get down, probably because my controller sucks, but there are a few methods that you can do to pull this off. For me, I do down forward 2 and then I hold down forward and press 3 to get the first duck. I actually keep holding down forward 3, then when it's time, I slide to down back, then do a quick neutral into forward 3. There is a timing to this because you can't cancel the first duck right away. You have to wait a few moments. After that comes the part most people struggle with, and that's the instant while standing 1. In order to do this, you actually have to go to flicker first, because canceling flicker into while standing 1 is faster than just doing an instant while standing 1. First, keep in mind that you have more time to do this than you might think. Getting this cancel is not a just frame, so just keep doing it and practicing and trying to build up speed. The trick I use is to go to flicker and then do quarter circle back 1. It seems to pretty reliably give me while standing 1, but again, I guarantee that you have more time to do this than you might initially think. For me, I mess up the duck cancel way more than the instant while standing 1. If I get the duck cancel, I can almost always get the instant while standing 1. From there, the juggle is very standard. Just a forward 2-1 into flicker and then into an immediate duck forward 2. Truthfully, I rarely do the peekaboo ender because just doing a dash sonic fang is a bit more consistent for me. But in either case, practice, practice, practice. It took me probably a few hours of just practicing this to get it down, so be patient. So to start off the resources section, I'm going to first give the usual shout out to Applay. I've included a link to their Tekken library, but if you need quick access to cheat sheets, if you forget something, or just need a jump start on real basic info for a character, there really isn't any better resource than that. And the Applay Discord has character channels with a bunch more in-depth stuff if you're struggling to find things elsewhere. In any case, if you're looking for players to watch, we'll start with probably the most well-known Tekken player in the world, Knee. He is not a character loyalist, but he's played Steve a significant amount in tournaments. He streams pretty regularly and has a bunch of videos on YouTube, including plenty of tourney matches you can take a look at. Another Korean you can check out is Bohee. Bohee was considered one of the best, if not the best, Steve player in the world for a time. I haven't seen videos of him for a while, so I don't know if he still plays, but there are plenty of older vids you can check out on YouTube. Despite being older versions of T7, his play style is still very much applicable today. Lastly, I'll give you some new school you can check out. Heera Malik, a Pakistani. The more exposure Pakistan gets, the more great players we're seeing. Heera fits into that mold. Pakistan is very active right now, so you can find plenty of vids of him on YouTube, including sets against Arslan Ash and company. Now that we approach the end to our Steve Basics guide, what can we say about him? First, he's definitely a strong character, and don't let anyone tell you differently. He's yet to make an appearance in Tekken and be even remotely bad. He's a lockdown character that excels at the setup game, and if you're a player that likes to transition from stance to stance, he can do that far faster and more subtly than other characters with more robust stances, like Lei for instance. This also adds an element of execution to ensure you're landing the best juggles, canceling stances properly, and moving fluidly through your flowcharts. Steve doesn't lack much, but you will find yourself without a traditional Hell Sweep style knockdown low. Your punishes challenges will be a bit lackluster unless you're strictly talking about I-10 or I-11, and you might find yourself struggling against really patient defensive players that have all of the hallmarks of good defense, such as grab breaking and ducking strings on reaction. Still, Steve has more than enough tools to win, and since your opponent has to attack you to win, the opportunities to get your damage will be there. I wish you the best of luck in your training. And with that, thanks for watching our Steve Basics Guide. I know that this video is mostly referential, but hopefully you still found it helpful. Before we leave you, be sure to like and subscribe here on YouTube. I also try to stream whenever I can, so link to Twitch is down in the description too, as well as Twitter and Facebook page links. Lastly, consideration for the Patreon is greatly appreciated. Patreon is definitely the best way to support your favorite content creators. Regardless, we hope you're enjoying the content, and we'll see you guys next time.